Good afternoon, fam. And by that I mean Arrow. Hi, Arrow. I streaming very late today. I'm working on getting a patch out. Spent all morning struggling with a stupid bug, a couple stupid bugs. I think I finally resolved these stupid bugs. I think it's the bug in multiplayer where you randomly get like locked out of your inventory. I think I finally found the culprit and fixed it. I believe. I hope. We're gonna find out today though, because I'm going to test it live with Pearl on our forgotten characters. Hopefully, hopefully nothing goes crazy wrong. Because if I cause Pearl's death on her forgotten character, I will feel terrible. But when she goes live in about an hour and a half or so, we're gonna raid her. Let's see, no, yes, about an hour and a half. We're gonna raid her, and I'm gonna go play with her. So we only got about an hour and a half. I think we're gonna keep working on these weapon level things. And I'm exhausted today. I don't know why. I got like 7 hours of sleep last night, but today I've just been falling asleep all day because I'm doing really boring work. I don't know. But I have a Pepsi, which I don't normally drink soda, and I don't normally like Pepsi. But Jana has been buying this wild cherry Pepsi, which is pretty good. It's wild cherry and cream, sorry, Pepsi, and it's pretty good. And I thought maybe a little bit of caffeine, if there's even, is there caffeine in Pepsi? There is, right? I don't know. I assume there's caffeine in Pepsi. I don't know, you can tell me if there is, if there isn't. I don't know, I thought maybe it would wake me up a little bit. Maybe the sugar will. But yeah. So, I don't remember where we left off. I haven't touched this since we streamed yesterday. We'll switch back over to single player. We are once again over here in the village. Let's move over to our test area until someone raids us and then they ask to see the game, and then I have to go back over there and show it off again. What's up, golfer? Welcome in. We can close that, I guess. I had everything up and ready to go to work on this today, and then this morning I was working, and when Quinn woke up around like 9 a.m., I'd already been working for like 3 hours, and Quinn just saunters in here, all, you know, chill and everything, just walks right past me, gives me a big smile, and I look down and I'm like, good morning, and he pushes the power button on my computer and everything shuts off. And I don't know why, because I swear I have it set to like do nothing when you click the power button, but I guess not. I know I had that set up before. Anyway, okay, we have a bound. Oh right, I think we got this working. Oh, it doesn't show the right thing. So we have a bound binding rune. Oh yes, and this is not working correct either. That's the thing I needed to fix. We don't have any weapons. Oh well, we don't have any weapons. Let's spawn some augment stones in to start. We need some standards and some vines, and then we need some swords. Iron sword. Oh, we can just spawn him in a vine. There, we have stuff to work with. Cool. All right. So let's start with, let's get the tooltip working so we can actually see what level our thing is. So having my PC on my desk is a blessing. Yeah. Do you have a child, Carpe? Mine used to be on my desk. My desk was flipped around that way and against that wall, and then we painted that wall and like put some shelves on it and stuff, and it looks much nicer. But yeah, since we switched, my PC now sits underneath my desk. Well, yeah. And yeah, so before Quinn was not able to reach it, he's 2 and a half-ish. So yeah, he's getting into everything right now. Hey, what's up, Tiger? I feel weird drinking soda on stream. Like I feel like I may as well be drinking beer. Okay, let's put a print on here, I guess. I guess we could just break it. Hi. What is it?
It's called a critter crate. All these little...
He's gonna love that. Is he excited about it?
Oh yeah, he is.
Is it for him?
Yeah.
Okay. Cute. Welcome back. Is Abby home? Okay. She just went to get Abby and went to the store, so they're back now. I also gave them permission to be in the room when I'm streaming today and anytime, because she's like, I don't have time to work when you're streaming because I don't want to like interrupt the stream. And I'm like, Jana, I'm just making a game and talking to myself. Like, you can be in the room. I don't care if Quinn's in here bothering me. It's fine. So they'll probably be in here more often now. I didn't realize she was trying to like actively avoid being in here while I was streaming. Cool. Okay, there we go. All right, we can hover over the bound rune. Oh, we should be getting a print string. No, okay, we're not getting that. All right, so let's go back in here. Oh, did we just never hook this in at all? Yep. Format binding rune. Oh, we need an inventory item. Easy peasy. Okay, it's working now. Let's remove the breakpoint and see if it actually shows up. Weapon level 1. Oh, they both say weapon level 1. I thought this was supposed to... This is level 10. Oh, these are stacking. Okay, let's fix that. So the bound rune cannot stack. So it should be 1. Let's also make the bound rune this. Oh, we have a red stone that looks like the other one. That's interesting. I guess we'll use that for now. Sure. So we'll just be able to like tell the difference anyway. Okay, so next, that's not showing, or the tooltip is showing the level for both of them. I thought we had that fixed. If custom level is greater than or equal to 0, why do we have it as 1? Let's put a breakpoint on this. I want to know what our custom ID is going into hovering it and also coming out of it. And also using it, I guess. We might have to trash this one. All right, we're seeing, surprisingly, we're seeing weapon stats on it. Why are we getting weapon stats? Found nothing in here. Oh, so I wonder if we're Okay, so we're just getting -1, but I thought we had that fixed. Oh, we're just getting the weapon level from the item then. Right, which is nothing, actually, which is level 1. Right, okay. The music's too epic and too loud. Okay, we don't want this. This is for the runes. We shouldn't need this. I don't know why we got that in the first place. We should just not have anything. So what we should be doing is we just plug this in. Which is this. This should just go here, period. And then if it's false, then we should just hide our stats. Okay. Now, I think that the binding thing is broken. Is broken. I think when we're binding, we're somehow like giving random stats. Where are we? Set enhance item. Wait, what? We're getting this item in from here. We're getting the binding weapon, or we're setting that to the binding weapon. Then we're breaking that and getting the quality, and then we're setting the quality into the binding weapon again. That's redundant. Why are we doing that? If we need the quality, we don't need this all. Why aren't we just doing this? What? Does that do the same thing? Whatever. I guess we can fix this little issue right here. We have this unbinding. And then we put the weapon in the wrong place. Oh, I see what's going on here. I must have been like done the other day. We were working on this. I think I was just kind of like, my brain was like fried and just like ready to be finished. Because we were doing some dumb stuff. Hey, what's up, Matthias? I see you today. Also thought you were going to be testing only. No, I think I was thinking about it. And I decided I was going to stream for 2 reasons. One, because I wanted to work on this a little more and try to get this done today. 3 reasons. 2, because I did actually get a test build out for testing, and we're waiting for testers to get that tested. I did a little testing last night, but didn't finish everything. There's a lot of stuff to test, so I would like to split it up between people, or otherwise I'm going to spend like a whole day on it. And lastly, because Pearl is going to be streaming in like an hour and a half or so, and when she goes live, I'm going to go raid her, and I'm going to be playing with her on my Forgotten character, on our Forgotten characters. So I figured anyone who wanted to watch that could, and I wanted to give her some viewers. That was just kind of a tertiary reason, but still a reason. Okay, so wait, we're Where's the actual like binding section? This is, I don't need this anymore. I think this is done. This one, not important. Neither is that one. Enhanced success. This is the one. Let's put a breakpoint here. And let's test this again. Try to watch it? Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's not, you know, it's whatever. It's kind of, there's like just something a little more, I guess, like, I don't know, intense, I guess, about playing a forgotten character. And because of that, I think it like makes you really take the game like way more seriously. And you spend a lot of time like preparing things and like upgrading all your stuff and like leveling up all your stuff. Because if you mess up, then you don't get another chance to do all that stuff, right? So it's kind of fun. And because of that, I've been really enjoying it. And playing with Pearl's really fun. That anymore. We should actually just ditch those because we don't want them. And then we want to... What happened to our unbound stones? Didn't we have unbound stones in here? Did we lose them or break them? Maybe I used them? I think I might have used it. Okay. So, we'll just grab one of these guys. So this is level 10. Bind. Okay, unbinding ship false. Great. So they're unbinding. Okay. So we're going to destroy this weapon. So first we're adding a thing. Oh. I guess there isn't a... Yeah, we should have plugged that custom ID in. Either way, we do have a custom level 10. Excellent. That's good. Yeah, but we do need to plug this custom ID in. No, do we? No, we don't in here because this is just creating the bound rune and there's never going to be a custom ID on it first. That's fine. Okay, so we should have got that. That should be correct. Maybe we just broke that yesterday. I don't know. And then this is just putting that item or removing the weapon. Okay. I think that's it. We're not messing with the item slots at all, which I feel like we should be. I feel like we should be updating those. And also be like calling on success probably, among other things. But that's fine, it's probably broken right now. Open and just close the window for us. I think we did that on purpose though. I don't see the new item though. Maybe it broke because we did a breakpoint. Maybe we just need to close and reopen our inventory because it's not like refreshing it. Maybe something else is breaking. Maybe it's just not working at all. Okay, so it's not. Why? I know this was working yesterday. Maybe it needs to be quality standard. I see I missed an entire ad there. That happens. Okay, so we'll put a breakpoint here, I guess. I wonder if this is just like removing the wrong item. Maybe this is removing our item we're just getting. I don't think so though. I think that's removing the actual weapon. I feel like we have less weapons now. Yeah, we've only got like 5 left. Okay, so step into. Oh, wait. I think I might have found the issue. Where'd it go? Oh, here. This got moved. Nope. Not gold. Add item to inventory. Trying to figure out why it's not working. Everything seems to be working correctly, so I don't understand. That's how it worked. What? What did I do differently? Oh, I unhooked the sword part, right? This part is what we did differently. So this was obviously removing the wrong item. We still have 5 swords, so maybe that was removing both. And these are still not showing the right tooltip. Probably fix that. -1. Go custom level 10. Find section by title. False. We're not finding that section. I think we have custom level 10. Can't read that. I think we're messing this up when we're adding this. I think it's definitely doing something wrong. Oh, yeah, this is dumb. Why am I grabbing the weapon level and appending that? This should just be custom level, right? I don't know if the section actually does anything, which is kind of annoying, because it seems like it's supposed to. Yeah, let's test again. The 2 we already have in the inventory are not going to work, and we have a breakpoint anyway, so I can't get rid of them until I turn it off. I would love to know why that was not working, though. There we go. All right, now we have this bound. Okay, that's half the battle. Okay, it's not. Like a quarter of the battle, maybe. But it was a chunk of the work that we didn't have done, and now it's done. That's good. So now we should be able to apply this to a new thing, but that part's not working yet. We're also not removing the sword. We need to do that next. Let's get the... let's go plug this back in and see if this is actually the problem. Definitely seems like it is. Restoring item slot index to local item, and then local item. Local item is the thing we're actually pulling the data from. So we can't be, yeah, no, that's right. This is the sword, or the weapon. Let's call this weapon. So item is the weapon, catalyst is the thing we want. So we want to get the catalyst slot index. Oh no, that's right. We don't want that. We want to get rid of the item. Then what's wrong here? Yeah, this should be removing it. Let's test it again, I guess. Let's celebrate the small victories. Exactly. We'll celebrate with a tooth-dissolving Pepsi. Okay, we'll try this again. We have 5 right now. We should have 4 when we're done. We do. But we did not get a binding rune. Why are we removing the binding rune? And the sword? Is this triggering twice for some reason? Let's try this one more time. I'm very confused. This should be... Oh. Well, I don't know why the weapon's also disappearing, because this should just be... Yeah. So the problem is, this was the slot index, but when we add this... It shouldn't matter, because it should be adding at the end, right? So let's say that's slot 15, for example, and we add a new item, that should be slot 16. So 15 should be removed, and there shouldn't be an issue. Like, we're getting it, and then it's being removed. Why is it being removed? Let's put a print here. Maybe it's being triggered twice. Maybe this is like running on the server and the client or something. No, that doesn't make sense. Okay, let's do this actually. Prince string there. A bunch of swords. It's only posting it one time. Wait. Did we throw this rune out? We couldn't have. We What? Why is this working now? Now it's working? We have 9 swords. Now it's just working. Now it's decided to just work. What did I do differently? I put a print string on it. That's literally all I did. Can someone explain to me how programming works? Because I don't understand. This is like the 3rd time we've had like this, like really just strange things happen with this system in general. Like every single time we like try this, like we add a new thing or add into the next section of it, then like weird things happen. Hey, what's up, Matt? I'm very confused. But it's okay, well, that part's working. I guess I don't know why though. Like if I take this back off, is it gonna work? Like I don't get it. Oh man, 22 months, thank you. That was nice, Matt. You're such a nice person. Try again. It worked just fine. Okay, well, we fixed the issue by hooking in a print string and deleting it. We are just genius programmers over here. This is how we do things. Unreal Engine caching, maybe? I don't know, maybe. I guess we can chalk it up to something like that. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Okay, we also need to update our inventory slot now for this. So we'll steal this guy. We might need it again at the top, but steal it here. Wait, this is not what I want. This is not what I want to do. I want to update. No, we don't want this. And this one we will need for the top portion, I believe. But we need to clear this. Clear? Is that a thing? Nope. Set item. Maybe this. And then refresh. Nope. How are we doing this before? Set enhance item. Okay, here we go. But the weapon is gone now. We need to go open up our enhance items one. We have caps lock on. Kindred, please, what is weapon binding? Oh, it's just a new thing I'm making. Isn't it cool? What's the problem? It's really neat. The enhanced items one is not a good place to actually. None of these are a good place to look at this. I guess. We must be like be updating the. Maybe it's just not in here. Update catalyst. This is where it is. Set inventory slot. Prismatic stone. Prismatic stone. We're checking. We're removing this and then we're setting it to the next one. I would assume. Where is this at? Find references. I would assume that this is not being called if there's any left. Yeah, okay. If it's cleared, we set catalyst to nothing. Okay. We need that. And then we have an empty call. So enchant finish. We basically just need this, but in... This is in items. Yeah, so in here. So we need to do it here. So we set catalyst to nothing. Set our weapon. No, yeah, binding weapon to nothing. And then call enchant finish is empty. That's gonna force the thing closed, which is fine because I doubt players are gonna want to do this more than one time in a row. And if they do, then they can open the thing back up, right? Like, that's fine. It's gonna be rare. I don't speak spaghetti code. What does it do? Matt. It's not that big of a deal. I can't do it in full screen though, just in case we have a breakpoint somewhere and I forget about it. It's obvious. You unbind weapons and you bind them. It's a binding system. Do you hate not knowing what it is? Is that driving you like absolutely mad? Okay, that closed it. Perfect. That's what we needed. Okay. That is taking away our runes, right? 92 of them. Uh-oh, we still have 92 of them. That's not right. Has it been doing this the whole time? Okay. So next is fixing that. Fine, I'll tell you, Matt. Okay. Weapon binding is the name we're giving when you make a weapon a higher level than it's supposed to be, or lower. When you change the level on a weapon, that's it. It just has a fancy name. It just means you're unbinding a weapon which destroys the weapon and binds that weapon's power to a binding rune, and then you take the binding rune and you bind that power from the binding rune to the new weapon, and that will destroy the bound binding rune. So you have an unbound rune and a bound rune, and then binding is the process. Does that make sense? So if you want to play with your golden stick at level 35, you may do that now, because you just have to go find a level 35 weapon and destroy it to create a bound rune. And then you can take that bound rune and apply it to your golden stick, and it will process the stick. It'll turn the stick into a level 35 stick. Golden stick. Got it? If you come back and say, sorry, I was away from my computer, so I missed what you said. I'm not telling you again. It's a secret. Okay, we have set catalyst. Oh, right, that's setting the catalyst. That's not, no. We did this wrong. Setting the catalyst is, I guess we just do another remove item. We're already doing this, aren't we? Remove item. Yeah. We just do this again. We just do this again, but with the catalyst slot. We don't need to do this then at all. We just do that. Honestly, we don't need to do this either. We're just going to close this, which just destroys it, and then it's done. Okay, this catalyst. Remove one from that slot. Oh, sorry. So picky. Here, we'll move these around. It's like Unreal Engine can't just like read my mind. Also, what did you say? I wasn't listening. Is it a 1-to-1 process? E.g. a level 33 rune can take a level 1 weapon to level 33, or is it based on an experience system? 3 level 10 runes. Nope. It is entirely based. It's a 1-to-1 thing. You have to have the weapon of that level to get the power on the rune, period. You can also go backward, and this is going to cause some problems. Because, and I don't know if I'm going to fix these yet. I'm thinking we could just re-roll these and fix this, but technically right now, you could make a rune, a binding rune of a level 1 binding rune from a stick or whatever. And then you can apply it to a level 35 masterwork weapon that has a bunch of awesome enhancements on it that you want. And then that level 1 weapon will now have all the exact same enhancements. So you'll have a level 1, who knows, it doesn't matter, it could be whatever, epic weapon with awesome enhancements. The cool thing about this is you could like do all kind, you could do like a multiple like change things. So you could take a stick and you could bind it to be a level 35 weapon. You could enhance it with prismatic stones until you got the perfect like level, like +4/+4/+4 buffs on it, right? Then you could use a binding stone level 1 and bring it back down to level 1, and then you could be like, hey, I got you a stick, and it'd be a level 1 stick with all this, with all the stats on it. It would be kind of cool. I'm kind of like not opposed to it. So yeah, I think it's kind of neat. Yeah, you like it? Cool. It is a casual game. I wouldn't mind the augment powers. Yeah, I think if players want to go out of their way to like make a super powerful level 1 weapon or whatever to get to the beginning of the game, then so be it. It's almost like in World of Warcraft, there's this like a legacy or it's called heirloom gear, which I actually think was really cool. So after you leveled up one character to max level, you could access, you can like do certain things to get this heirloom gear, which is really hard to get. Well, relatively hard to get, I guess. It's probably easy to get now. I don't know. It was hard for me. And then you can give that heirloom gear, you like have it in your like a collection or whatever, and then your level 1 characters can equip it, and it levels up with your character, and you don't have to keep worrying about getting new gear all the time because you have like pretty much best in slot gear or close to it. There is better gear. It's like not the best, but it's like good enough. And you're not going to go out of your way to go get that better gear as you level because it's like out of the way stuff. So yeah, the point of it is sort of like just to make the leveling process easier for consecutive characters, so you can like ramp up. The cool thing about it is there's like different gear for different classes, right? So you might get all like, you might have like a level, we'll say 60 because I'm thinking like classic WoW. You might have like a level 60 hunter or something, and you have, and then you can go get all the heirloom gear for like a warrior, and it's useless for you as a hunter, but then your level 1 warrior can wear it and like level up faster, which is cool. Anyway. Because they would have to have had a character level 35 to have easy access to a level 1 buff weapon. Yeah, you need like, I mean, you don't have to have a character level 35. You could technically, you could easily get access to a level 35 weapon without being level 35. Like, you could technically get a level 35 weapon being level 1 in all your classes if you just sneak into like Delver's Pass and like, I don't know, I think you can just purchase the Moonstone weapons if you have the money, and they're only like a few thousand gold, I think, so it wouldn't be hard to like go just sneak in there, avoid getting killed by the bears, and make your way all the way, and the fire sprites. and make your way into Valewood and then just buy a Moonstone weapon. And then you could destroy it and use the level for a level 1 weapon. But like, there's no point, right? Because you also have to augment it to get the, so, all right, so yeah, if you really wanted to do that and you wanted to like use the stats from that level, that high level weapon, you have to sneak in there, get the weapon, then you'd have to level that weapon up to like masterwork or whatever the thing you're happy with prismatic stones and augment stones. And then you have to bind it back down to level 1. So, and also making a binding rune right now is going to cost, it takes level 14 alchemy. That's where we put it at for now. You might be able to buy one. We might sell them in magic shops. I don't know. And it costs 10 augment shards. So you can just break down your standard augment stones into it. Which, by the way, you need 27 augment shards to make one excellent stone. So you're going to need 27 times 3, so 96. Is that right? No, 90. What is it? 100. I don't know what it is. 3 times 27. So it would be, I don't know, 90, 94. I don't know what it is. Math. It's some math. 91. What is? I don't know the number is. Anyway, you need that much, that many augment stones to get a masterwork, and you need another 27 to get an excellent too. So you need a bunch of augment stones at level 1, basically, or like super low level. So getting all those is gonna be hard enough work just to like level up your thing. Unless you get super lucky and find excellent masterwork stones somehow somewhere. I think masterwork still drop from Grimwick's chest, and I don't know where else you could get masterwork. But whatever. But why would you go through all the trouble? Yeah, so much trouble for a buffed level 1 weapon. Just reward the person. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not trying to worry. I'm not worried about it. We could fix it pretty easy by just like when you roll a weapon, we also just re-roll the stats, or we could just move the stats back down to the level they're supposed to be. But it's sort of like, I don't know. The only issue I see with it is I could see people playing with like a new character and just being like, here, use this weapon, and they give them like a level 1 like epic, end game like orcish greatsword or something, or a shade weapon or something. It's like as an end game like epic weapon that has like super buff stats, but it's a level 1, so like all players can just like wreak havoc with it. So because it wouldn't be super crazy though, right? Like even if they give you +4 focus, like that's no more than you can get from just like, a potion and a good meal, not much more anyway. So I don't know, it wouldn't be like the end of the world. I don't think it's going to be game breaking. It will still do level 1 damage. Exactly. Yeah. Which might be like 2 to 3 damage plus your focus. So you might be doing 6 damage, 50% extra damage for max focus on 1 to 2 damage isn't crazy. Exactly. That's what I'm saying, is like it wouldn't be insane. And you can't stack stats on those anyway, so it's not like players could have like +12 haste or +12 like vitality or like that, like in the beginning anyway. So yeah, it's not the end of the world. I think it would be a little broken. Like I can see it being a little broken at like on like a level 10 weapon or something with like +5s or something all the way down. But still. Okay, let's see. Set enhance item. We don't really need to do that. Right? Because we're just removing it anyway. This would just be if we wanted to keep the window open, which we could do. If we didn't want to like just force close the window, but I don't think we need to. This is fine. We'll just leave this off. Okay, so now we need to worry about what happens when you go the other way around. So first of all, we're still going to be removing the catalyst, which in this case, it's fine. But the catalyst is going to be a 1 thing. Good. But first, before we do that, we have to upgrade the weapon. So I guess we will do... how are we doing that in enhance one? We're just like set inventory slot to a weapon, right? and then we're setting the member with that. So, okay, so yes, we'll do this. Call on success. Why are we doing that? We want to close this anyway, so I don't think we need to call in success. I don't think. Maybe we do. Let's just do it and see if it works, because maybe we're missing something. This is set inventory slot though. I feel like this is what is doing that. Okay, how does this do? How does this work? Oh, we're setting the catalyst outside of that. We call enhanced success, and then we're removing the catalyst from the stack, and then we're calling finish and closing the thing. So in set enhanced item, we don't need to do that. Set inventory slot, we do need to do this. That's actually changing the weapon. But why are we doing like this? Call on success slot to update. Call on success. Is the enhancement, maybe the binding UI is getting on success? Are we binding to it somewhere? We got like 45 minutes to get this going. I think we can do it. Legendary weapons should give you a 4th stat line of your choosing. Oh, maybe a 4th stat line, something only a master crafter could do. Maybe. I think the 3 stats are hard coded, and I'd have to do a bunch of work to like change that. So I'm gonna say probably not, but we can look into it. I would rather do something different. So Glimmer Shard is a legendary weapon by default, and I kind of love the idea that like weapons that are just like named weapons that you like find, like Grimlock's Bane, for example. That would be really cool if those were just like legendary weapons, because like they're really hard to find and they're like epic cool weapons that you are like one-off things. So maybe we'll like go through and like remake some of those weapons as legendaries. I'm not gonna build in a system to like let players upgrade those automatically for players who already have them. That's just gonna have to be a darn that sucks for you deal, because it's too much work to do that. So you'll just have to get them again, I guess. Oh, ew, we don't like work. I like work when it's not reworking, right? I don't want to do work that requires me to rebuild something that I've already built. Because the idea originally was we don't need more than 3 stats. I don't think like period, so I just hard coded it in. I don't think having a 4th stat is like all that interesting compared to like what we could do other things for that, right? If we really wanted to, we could make like legendary weapons have like a special like on hit effect or some other buff that you get, right? Some other passive that you get when you pick it up. I don't know. Maybe this legendary weapon have fixed bonus, like +2 new stats that is fixed. Yeah, we could do something like that. And that would also work, I believe. Because I think we have, like, if we went to... Let's just do it on Glimmer. Oh, it's not called that. We're spoiling the hell out of this, so just a heads up. Let's see. We have a granted effects. So if we granted like let's say constant crit, let's say like 0.5 or something. No, we have errors. We could also do like, oops. We'll make it the right tier. Oh, it doesn't say crit, but that might be just because we're missing the thing for it. That doesn't work. Maybe that constant crit doesn't. It's not a. It's broken. Let's do const. Like, we have a mount XP boost. Forgot about that one. Bunny charm. Does that work? This one will also not give. This will also say the wrong thing. Like, it's not going to say what it actually does. I don't think. It might, but I don't think so. But I think it'll actually give you the effect. So having like special effects like this, like especially like the bunny hop one, would be really cool, right? It doesn't say the effect on it. Oh yeah, it does. It does right there. +1 triple jump under enhancements. I don't know why it's under enhancements, but we could also fix that probably. But yeah, having Glimmer Shard equipped lets you do that. So, lucky weapons. Yeah, we can have lucky. We could, there's like, I thought about putting lucky on this one actually. Should we just do it? I mean, you wouldn't want it equipped just to like go mining anyway. Like that'd be silly just to keep it equipped to go mining. Like, I don't know. We could do it, I guess. But lucky would be nice for like boss drops and stuff when you're fighting with that sword. I think we just put 0, it'll just say plus lucky. Screw it, we'll put it on here. It's a legendary weapon, it should have something bonus. See what I mean though? Like I'd rather do something like that than like have like a 4th slot or whatever. I think it'd just be cooler to just have the, like this weapon always has this extra 1 bonus thing because it's a legendary weapon. Maybe Grimwick's, what am I doing? Yeah, plus lucky. Cool. I actually thought about doing that too when I made it, but I was like, eh. Could you put skill tree passives as effects? Yes. Depends on what it is, but yes. How many legendary weapons do we have now? Just the 1, I think. But I'm really... Maybe we... Let's do it. I think it's this one. Nope, it's the other one. I was open the wrong one. I don't know, I have 2 of them. We need to do this. Select. This is standard. This is legendary. What does this scythe do though? I'm dumb. Imagine a druid earth armor legendary earth shield. I don't know how that would work. I guess it could. I guess it could just be like a druid staff, and it has the, what's that called? Stone. Yeah, I guess it could just give you the passive druid stone armor. Should we see if it works? I think it'll work. I mean, obviously this would be stupid for this, but like it could just work. I think we have a passive for reduced corruption damage, which could be kind of cool for this staff. We need to spawn it in. Got it. Oh, wrong one. Gotta be the right quality, right? Actually, I think that, yeah, they're both ruined now. So, okay, so it does say plus, and then it's just like blanked out because I'm not high enough level. That's one issue with this. It's mostly a visual thing because I'm pretty sure this will give me the effect regardless. Let's find out. Like, I'm almost positive I'm still going to get the effect. Nope, I won't. Well, maybe I did. I died way too fast. Maybe I died in the middle of that. I don't think so, though. These guys hit way harder than you think they do, I guess. No, I don't think so. Maybe I do have to have high enough level. Imagine making a game with fully integratable systems and not just hard-coded one-off systems. This is why gas is so beautiful, and this is why I try to use it whenever I can. And it mostly works, but not all the time. Mystic, right? What level is Grimwick? Probably 20. We'll do 26. Yeah, it's 22. It just has plus blank, but that's just because I don't have the thing set up. Let's see if it actually works now. Oh, duh. Nope, it's not working. Oh, you know what? It might be because I equipped it before I leveled up, so that passive might have not actually worked. I don't think that's the case. I think we have that set up correctly, so that won't happen. One more hit. Yeah, nope, it's not working. What was the passive we put on it? Stone armor? Stone armor. Gameplay tags. All it does is give you that gameplay tag, so I don't know why that wouldn't be working. I'm pretty confident this should be giving me the effect, so I don't know why it's not. Let's double check that we've set on here right. GE pass. Oh, you know what? It was giving me 0. Maybe that's why. It might be applying these differently than it applies the other effects. The other effects can be applied at 0, and this one can't. That might be the problem. We'll find out. I'm very confident that this would work though. It's like, I don't see why it wouldn't work. Yeah, there's our stone armor. Oh, it's saying false. Well, hold on. Our weapon probably hasn't spawned yet. Am I gonna die? Still says false. Wait, I have stone armor. Oh, I think it's giving me the stone armor cooldown. When I apply the thing, it's giving me the cooldown. Why though? There's a cooldown one too, so I don't know why it would be giving me the cooldown. But it's like it's applying it when I equip it. Let's apply the cooldown and then we'll like delay and try to activate it again and see if that is what happens. I don't get it. Like it's definitely saying I have the why is it triggering the cooldown? Still says false. It would depend on. It would depend, Matt. If it was something like, they would probably just like counter out each other. Like for example, like stone armor, for example, it wouldn't trigger twice. It would just trigger the one time. If you apply a tag or like a passive tag to a person, which is what most of the passives do, and then somewhere in the code it checks for that tag. So if you just apply the passive to someone, it would just say, okay, I have this passive. And then if you unlock that skill later down the line and apply it again, it would just say, oh, yeah, I already have the tag. No need to apply it again. And then it would just work the same way. But if the problem, here's one problem I think we'd run into. If you unequip the staff or the scythe, for example, and you had that passive, it would remove the tag. And I don't think the passive would come back in and say, oh yeah, but you're supposed to have this tag still, so don't remove it. So I think if you had the passive and you unequipped a scythe that gave you the same passive, it would remove it. So the problem, we could fix that by just like having it also like check for like the same, like if you go to remove it, it'll just like check for those passive tags in your like skill tree or whatever. And if you have it, then just don't remove it. But it would definitely be some tedious like backtracking work, kind of like band-aiding, I guess. Could we put HP and or magic recovery on weapons? Yes. Yes. We can pretty much do anything we want to do. The question is like first of all, HP and magic regen, right? Here's the problem with them. We are granting, we've explained this before, but I'm going to do it again. We only have like 20 minutes anyway. Or, well, we'll see whenever Pearl goes live, I guess. So here's the problem. If we grant like health regen, what's it called? Recovery. We give this health recovery thing. What happens is, oh, no, this is set up correctly. This is not the one. Where's our bandage? So most of the time we use this bandage as our like bandage heal or whatever. What happens is this has a period, meaning every 1 second it triggers whatever happens on this effect. And so the issue is that we give ourselves this one effect, right? And then every 1 second we heal 1 damage to our health. And that's cool. The problem is that if we wanted to stack more of these things on, like let's say you wanted to like, I want +5 health recovery on this thing, that's fine, it will give you 5 health every 1 second. And then you wanted to add 2 health recovery on this other thing, instead of saying, oh, now we're getting 7 health every 1 second, what happens is it applies 2 separate instances, and then each one of those ticks every 1 second. So if you apply one, you're like doom, and then this is ticking, and then you apply another one, and then you're like doing this. You're like ticking each one individually, right? So they're both 2 instances. What should have happened from the beginning is we should have had a health recovery attribute, which we do now. And then we should have had that attribute should be like, we should have a health recovery rate and health recovery power, or like magnitude or whatever we want to call it. And then we should have been able to say, this potion increases your health recovery rate, right? And then you drink that potion, and then for 2 minutes, your health recovery goes from recovering health every 1 second to every 0.8 seconds, right? And then you would have been like, cool, I'm recovering health 20% faster. That's fantastic. And then you could stack that with another health recovery that like maybe says, cut your health recovery time in half or doubles your health recovery speed or whatever. And then that would cut that 0.8 down to 0.4. And you could stack those effects and get the exact same effect, but it would just be like working, right? But we don't have that. So there's no way to influence a previous like one that's already been stacked on. All you can do is add another one on right now. We can fix that, but it means I have to go through and basically just build a looping recovery function that just happens every 1 second or whatever. And it'll just, well, I mean, it'll probably say like, you know, every 1 second it'll check to see like, do you have any health recovery? Because we'd start the players out with 0 probably. Or maybe not. Maybe we would actually give them health recovery and they would just set like the default to like, you know, 1 health recovery every like 5 seconds or something. So it'd be like really, really minor, but you would get some health recovery over time. The problem with that, the reason we don't do health recovery by default is because I don't want players using it as a way to just AFK farm their health back up rather than just drinking a potion. That's why I don't like passive health recovery. I do think it would be cool if we did it like in town or whatever, but you can also just sleep in an inn for like relatively cheap, or just buy a potion if you're in town, or use a bandage. But yeah, I don't like players just being like, okay, I'm gonna go, you know, get a drink or something while I wait for my health to come back up, or I'm just gonna sit here and twiddle my thumbs or watch a YouTube video while my health comes back up because I don't want to waste a potion, right? And I feel like anytime you offer players something like that, like that's the option they'll always take. Like whatever is the most useful, which is maybe not the case in 2025. You know, maybe I'm crazy. Maybe players are less patient now and they would just rather just drink a potion. Maybe I'm crazy. So that done. For the skill upgrade, we must have legendary weapons with new status for you to use the new binding runes. Wait, what? The skill upgrade, we must have legendary weapons with new statuses for you to use the new binding runes. Ah. Yes. I think I see what you're saying. But yeah, anyway, we could easily overhaul the health recovery system, and I plan to. I'm sure I could do it in an afternoon. I just, like I said, I just have to build one function that just loops and tries to heal you every however long. And then that however long will be an attribute, so we can scale that. And then the magnitude will also be an attribute. So you can have like a health potion that increases the magnitude of how much you get healed. Right? So you have like and then you could just like, when you drink those potions, all it would do was just change those 2 attributes values. That's it. And then those would just work everywhere. Which is cool. Anyway. What's up, Musty? Welcome in. Hello. That done for the skill tree, we must have legendary weapons with new statuses for you to use the new binding runes. Yeah, I think we could do something like that. I think I know what you're trying to say. Or what you're saying. Yeah, I don't know why this isn't working though. This is definitely weird. It's strange because it's like as soon as you apply it, or as soon as you equip the weapon, it's like triggering the cooldown. And I don't really get why. But what if we put something else on here? We have other things we can put on here, like like necromancy. Wouldn't that be a cool passive to have on your scythe? Is just necromancy? We'll just do that on Grimlock's Bane. That makes so much sense because like he literally throws his scythe and undead come out of the ground, right? I just fought him like 5 times earlier, so. But it didn't work. It does say +1, but why didn't it work? Maybe these are being applied a different way than I think they are. It's weird because it worked for the other one. For the triple jump one, it worked just fine. Oh, you know what? Necromancy might not work because it requires the trinket to actually like do things with. Which is dumb. That is definitely a situation where oh my god, Odd just rated with 48 viewers. What's up, man? Congrats on having 48 viewers too. I feel like when I first started watching you had like 20 something. That's huge. Anyway, it has been a while, man. How are you? Was a chonky one today? Nice. Congrats. That's cool. Oh, hi Lewis. Welcome in. Odd raid, kindly put your memes in the bag. So many people in here. I'm about to, well, I won't even, it's okay, whatever. We're working on doing a new system in Swords right now that is, I don't know, we kind of got off on a tangent a little bit. We're trying to find a cool passive we can put on this new legendary weapon, but I don't know what to put on here. And everything I try to put on here seems to be broken because it doesn't quite work the way I want it to work, which kind of sucks. But yeah, anyway, we'll find something to put on here eventually. But anyway, if you're new here, I am similar to Odd. I also work in Unreal Engine. I make an open world, cozy, cooperative game, RPG game, whatever, called Swords of Magic and stuff. It's out on Steam in early access. You can buy it right now. There's hundreds of hours of content in it already. It's been out since 2020 and I update it pretty regularly. We just updated less than a month ago and we're about to launch another update in like probably like 5 days. There's the link for it if you want to check it out, or even just wishlist it. That's totally fine. Can you add an on hit heal like from the Dark Aura spell? Yes. No, I mean, yeah, it just won't show up there. I definitely can. But yeah, I don't know. I could, I just have to do it like in a more hard-coded way, which I don't want to. We'll think about it though. Right now it's not going to have an effect. It'll just be a legendary weapon, but we'll think about what we could put on it. We might even just like make something. I'd really like to put necromancy on it. I think that would be cool, the coolest one. And I think players really like that. Especially with the new weapon binding stuff, because then you can keep using that staff, or that scythe, I mean, forever. So you can just have a level 35 scythe with necromancy on it, and then you can also have the effigy if you wanted. The necromancy thing would, if I get that working, it will not stack with your necromancy trinkets. So you'll have to use like the crimson effigy, which would let you have a permanent summon, and then your scythe would give you another one on top of that. And then I'm pretty sure there's another one that you'll be able to get through eventually through the Mystic Tree. Anyway, played through a ton of content when the game first came out. I need to play it again for the new stuff. Oh, if you played through a ton of content when the game first came out, then you are in for a treat, because I would not consider there to be a ton of content for like the first year the game came out. Good to see you working on this. Any chance we'll get either split screen or GOG release? GOG release could be cool. But the multiplayer would be completely broken, right? Because all our multiplayer is tied directly to Steam, so you wouldn't be able to play multiplayer. And there's no way in hell that we'll ever get split screen. The game is too big, too massive. It barely runs at like 60 frames per second on like a pretty beefy computer on one screen. But as soon as you split the screen, you're splitting all of the resources, and it would be very, very expensive. Not to mention really, really difficult to like redesign how you like play the game. I'd have to rebuild so much content. Like everything would have to be like wrapped around like, oh yeah, and what happens if you have multiple players here? Because there's no way. It'll never happen. Split screen is a very, very, very tricky. I mean, if you build your whole game around split screen, it's pretty easy. It's pretty cool. But adding split screen in later is a whole beast. I had 2 scene capture components at one point, and it tripled my render times. Yep. Yeah, it's insane, and that's just a scene capture. That's not even like a whole like camera with like a whole other character running around. Yeah, I guess the scene capture is very similar, but I guess it depends on what you're looking at too. Anyway, yeah, it's crazy. I wish we could though. I love split screen, and I actually want to make a split screen RPG at one point, and I have ideas for one. This one's not the one. Do you think that building in UE4 or 5 has been a benefit or curse long term instead of migrating the project over to Unity or Godot? I would never migrate to Unity or Godot or another 3D engine. I love Unreal Engine. I've been using Unreal Engine since like what, 2000. What year is it? Let's see. I graduated in 2017, I think. So yeah, I've been using it since about like early 2017 probably. I don't think I'll ever switch from Unreal. I think Unreal would have to pull some really messed up stuff, or Epic would, or whatever, before I switched off of Unreal. Like they'd have to start charging me monthly or something, then maybe I'd switch. I don't know though, because I still pay yearly for my Maya sub, even though I hate how Autodesk is handling Maya and all of their subscription software, and I'm still paying the like $250 a year or whatever for the indie license on there, because I love Maya too, and I've tried to switch to Blender several times, and I just absolutely hate how Blender like handles everything. I don't know. Blender does some really cool stuff, and I really wish I could use it, but my brain does not Blender. Unity port when? 0, like never, ever. Someone asked me once a long time ago, they said, what's your favorite Unity plugin? And I was like, oh, it's the Unreal Engine plugin. And they're like, oh, what's that? And I was like, it's the one that automatically uninstalls Unity and reinstalls Unreal Engine for you. I don't like Unity. I've used it before. I don't hate on Unity. I mean, I really don't like how they tried to pull the wool over everyone's eyes recently with their whole debacle. But as far as like an engine goes, I don't think Unity is bad. I don't have any problem with it. I think it's fantastic for like smaller games, for puzzle games, for platformers, 2D games, all that stuff. I think it's great. I just think Unreal Engine is just more my speed, and it's more visually friendly. Everything is blueprints. Everything I do in Unreal Engine is blueprints, and I can't get my head around C++. I know a little tiny bit, and with some GPT help, I can probably like get a couple things working here and there, but like I don't really plan on ever switching to like C++ exclusively for sure. So yeah, but I really like blueprints, and I think Unreal is really leaning into like blueprints being like one of the biggest contenders, like the biggest reasons to use Unreal Engine, and it's also like a huge portion or a huge part of the engine. So yeah, anyway, I don't plan on switching anytime soon. Do I think it was like a bad idea long term? Absolutely not, obviously. And I truly think that without Unreal Engine, this game would have never existed. Because, so with a little bit of background, I went to school for game art and animation because I kept trying to make games. I was using an old engine called Stencil. It's still around, and I still highly recommend it for like people brand new to game development, because it's so easy and like it's like a bare bones like engine, but like has all the stuff you'd expect to see like in a bigger engine, just kind of dumbed down. And it uses visual scripting, and it's built on Scratch, which is pretty cool. Anyway, I went to school for game art because I didn't think I could program. I knew I couldn't program, and I tried several times in like Stencil and Unity and stuff, and I was just like, well, I don't know how to program my own games, so I'm giving up on trying to make my own games. I guess I'll go learn to do 3D art and like go join a AAA studio somewhere. So I did that. I got a degree, and then during like the last like year of my degree, we used Unreal Engine to like hook up some animations we made. And I was like, what is this like node snapping like environment I'm looking at in Unreal Engine? I thought Unreal Engine was like C++ like programmer stuff. And when I realized that you could make games in like that like blueprint stuff, which I thought was just for animation at first, I was really confused. And then I realized like you could actually do like gameplay stuff with it. I was like, I have to try this. And I graduated, and within like 6 months, I had already started like playing in Unreal Engine and applied to like 3 studios and got denied to all of them. And so I was like, I guess I'll just work on like figuring out how to use this engine, and I just want to see if I can make like some little prototype game. So I literally went in, the very first game I started making in Unreal Engine. I did like some little like dinky thing just to like figure out if blueprints work for that. And then I was like, okay, I think blueprints will work. I think I can make a little game in it. Let's make a little game. The very first game I opened up to start working in Unreal Engine, I decided I wanted to get a character moving around, so I went and modeled this little boxy, stupid looking character. And I was like, there, I don't want to care about like making a cool character for this. I just want to get it moving around in the engine. And now it's been 7 years, and that dinky little boxy, stupid character is like right here, and it's stuck now. I literally can't change it because it's like ingrained in the engine, and everyone loves this character now. So yeah, I've been using Unreal Engine since then, and it's like, I truly don't think if I tried to make this in Unity or something, I would have given up years ago. Unreal Engine saved like my indie dev career, prevented me from going into AAA. And I've actually since tried to apply for AAA jobs using Unreal Engine with blueprints and been denied a few times. So I don't think I'll be going into AAA, but maybe one day. Anyway, yeah, I love Unreal Engine. Sorry. Blender's nice, but a big learning curve before you can get to an asset you really love. I don't think it'd be much of a learning curve for me, because I do have a lot of fundamentals in 3D modeling and 3D art. I've done all the art for this game, which doesn't look like much from here, but if we go over here, most of the world is unloaded. So yeah, so I've done all the art for this game. So all these little cliffs, all these trees, all these bushes, all these everything, like all of this stuff was modeled by me. There's a whole like little town in here, like everything in here modeled by hand by me over the last 7 years. There's thousands and thousands of assets. Would I change the style? I probably wouldn't change the environment if I did it again, but I would definitely change how I textured things because I was led astray a little bit when I first started Unreal Engine and thought that I could use material instances for every single thing. So yeah, I won't get into it too much, but anyway. But yeah, I think I have enough experience to like build something good in Blender. It would just take me a lot longer to get to that point. Like, I'm not worried about like the outcome. Like for me, the outcome, I'm not, when I set out to like make something, especially with like 3D model, the outcome will get there. I will always get to an outcome that I'm happy with. Like I just will. Like I know that because I have enough experience now doing that. The problem is, how long will it take me to get to that outcome? How many like headaches am I going to run into along the way? And Blender offers a lot more of those headaches and a lot of things that I'm just used to doing in like a split second in Maya that's just like built into it. Blender is just like, oh, you have to add a modifier and you have to go in and tweak this thing and do this thing. And then if you don't like that thing, well, that's too bad, because that's what the drawback of this modifier is. And it's just, there's so many little things like that it's just driving me nuts. I tried Unity a while ago. I just didn't vibe with it the way I vibe with Unreal. Yeah. Yeah, that's another thing. This is UE4, by the way. This is not UE5. I do regret not going to UE5. But when we finally decided to move to UE5, it was like too late for our project, unfortunately. So visual scripting is great. Yep, agreed. You basically taught me Blender just from me learning fundamentals from you and Maya. Yeah, Lewis, exactly. Like that's the thing, is like, once you understand the fundamentals of like 3D modeling and you know how to like make the shapes you need, and you understand what shapes like you need to make, like modeling is really easy. It gets trickier when you're doing like sculpting and stuff. There's a lot of like artistry that actually comes into like sculpting, but when you're doing like hard surface modeling, especially like low poly stuff, it's all about just like tweaking the numbers or tweaking the polys until they look how you want, and then like knowing like a few tips and tricks here and there to like make the shape look right. How is it too late? Just a bunch of stuff breaking? Yeah, the biggest problem is long dependency chains. UE4 is apparently way more forgiving for long dependency chains because we didn't know we were doing, a lot of us in Unreal Engine we started. So we have a lot of hard references going to places that we really should not have. Yeah, so when we try to move to UE5, it's like, I don't think so. And our chains are like way too long. So we'd have to go through and like fix a lot of stuff, but that's the big one. But there's a lot of other little things too that are like just not acceptable in UE5. It's a little more picky than UE4 was. So we're stuck with it. And you know, I don't mind because we don't need any of the new features in UE4 or UE5. Like there's a few things here and there that would be nice, but nothing super like game changing, I don't think. I do think maybe nanite would be helpful for some of our meshes, but probably not, honestly, because our stuff's so low poly. I feel like nanite would just like break. Like, we just don't have the... See? Can you see how low poly everything is? I don't know why everything, like, the wireframe's actually gonna show me anything. I need like a wireframe like depth level that I can just turn on and off, so it culls everything beyond a certain depth. Can I get a max level lump of coal? No. There's no lump of coal in the game. I actually think there is coal in the game, but it's not in the game. There's charcoal and there's ore coal. So there actually is coal, you just can't get it. It was in early on, and then we ended up taking it out, and it never went back in. Because we just never needed, like, had a use for it. Anyway, let's keep working for who knows how long, until Pearl starts. Let's go see if she's live, make sure I'm not missing anything. As soon as Pearl goes live, who is going to stream Swords of Magic today, she's playing a Forgotten character, which is a hardcore character, meaning if she dies in game, her character gets deleted and she is done. Like, she has to start over. She rolled one a little while ago, and then she started playing, and I was like, I want to play with her, and so I joined her server and played my own hardcore character, and now we're just kind of playing together. We're almost ready to leave the first island, which is Azura, and move to the farmlands. So we're pretty excited about that. But yeah, so she's also going to be playing a new update, the new update that's coming out for everyone else next week. I typically give her and Golfer early look at the updates because she likes to stream so much, and I appreciate her like kind of battle testing things, I guess, before it goes out, especially with multiplayer stuff, because they have their own dedicated server, which is really handy for testing things. And they're awesome people, and I really like supporting her stream and them in general. So yeah, so you guys will see the new or see the first look of like the new chat system, the ping system, the new wardrobe stuff. There's some other things too. I don't remember what else there is. There's a bunch of stuff. Let's see. I think there's a bunch of bug fixes too. All the Revari weapons are fixed. The Starlit Snail that everyone's looking for has been fixed and now loads in properly, but I moved it, so everyone has to find it again, because I felt bad that everyone didn't find it in the location it was before, but I also thought it'd be more fun if they had to find it again. Since everyone already knew where it was. I was actually tempted to build in a couple spawn locations it could be, and then just pick one randomly whenever there's Moonless Night, so you have to go look for it. But I decided against it because it was just going to take more time than I wanted to spend on it. What else? Oh yeah, no, just the wardrobe stuff, never mind. Fix some issues with the rain that were really minor things. The fishing boards are working correctly now. Fix some issues with some of the new quests we just put in. Strawberry Dew is fixed. That's about it. So yeah, just the chat system, the ping system, and the wardrobe system are like really the big things that are coming in. It's a pretty minor quality of life update, but I do think that some of the quality of life stuff that's coming in is like things that people have been really wanting and have not had access to yet. Anyway, where were we with this thing? We're building this binding item system. Oh my god, weapon binding system that lets you transfer a weapon level or a weapons level to another weapon. Essentially, it's sort of almost like a transmog system, but just moves the level instead of the visuals, which made more sense and was easier to move around for us. So I just wrote some lore around it, and that was it. Not even lore, just wrote an idea around it. Lore would be cool though. We should write a little lore book for it, and a tutorial tip would be great too before this goes live. Anyway, I think the unbinding is working, and now we're just setting the binding stuff up. So We need this up here. What? What? This. That goes in here. What was that? Oh my god, more gifted subs from Kit. Thank you so much, Kit. Appreciate that. No way, 2 streams in a row. Yeah, I'm trying to switch my streams to Fridays. But I streamed late yesterday because people were asking me to stream, and I was like, well, I was planning on streaming on Friday. And then someone was like, why not just stream twice? And I was like, oh yeah, I guess I could just do that. Like, I guess streaming twice in a row is not a big deal. And then Jana was like, yeah, I guess you could do that. Even though she's kind of upset right now because she has a new job and she's trying to work too. And I'm like, I'm streaming, but I already told her she can work while I'm streaming. Gwen can be up here, I don't care. But anyway, yeah, so I decided to just stream yesterday in the afternoon. People were asking, and then I just said screw it, let's just stream today. Especially because Pearl is going to be streaming here soon, who streams Swords of Magic, and I want to raid her, and then I'm going to go play with her for a little bit. So she usually has like 6 or 7 viewers, so I'm excited to like introduce everyone to her and hopefully get her some more long-term viewers. It'd be cool. I almost never catch your stream though. This is cool. Yeah, so I normally stream in the mornings, and I usually quit around like lunchtime to go eat. And the last 2 days I've been streaming in the more afternoons, evenings. So I don't know. I don't know what my new stream schedule is going to look like, but it's slowly evolving, I guess. Okay, get custom level if it's greater than 0. New weapon level. We need to get the new weapon level from the... How are we doing this? We need to store the custom... No. This is updating the custom ID, but we want the weapon level not coming from this. So we don't care about this weapon level. We care about the weapon level from the catalyst. This. This is weird. Why are we doing it like this? I don't know why we're not just getting the binding weapon, which I believe we have. Whatever. Get custom. Oh, this is... We don't want update. We want find level. What is it called? Get custom level. Why did I not type that? Okay. And then this is the new level for this weapon. Then we store this weapon's custom ID here, not that we need it. And then we set the new custom ID there. And then we set this to the new weapon. And then I think that's it. And then we just remove one catalyst. Is that it? And then we call unfinished. I think that's it. We have an error. You want a get player component. Fine, you have one. Thanks for the follow, Dark Pixel. Why does that sound so familiar, Dark Pixel? What's that from? Okay. These are all level 10. Let's make our Glimmer Shard level 10, ideally. It's level 32. Find. And it's gone. We just deleted an epic legendary weapon. I guess we'll have to fix that. Players probably won't like that very much. I feel like that's probably not what they want. Okay, there's a chance that we're just not getting the is binding because we're missing something, and I will fix that. Let's find out. All right, we'll do the Rivari staff, which is 33. Find is binding false. Okay, so that's the problem. So let's stop. We're not even setting is binding anywhere, so we don't even know. So we can probably just get rid of this thing and just like put the check in here instead. Let's get our binding stone. How can we check this without, like, we can check a tag, or we could check the custom ID, I guess. If this is greater than or equals 0 to 0, because there won't be one here at all, then we must be binding, right? We can try that and see if that works. I think that'll do it. If this works, then I think this system is mostly finished. The only problem is we have to go back through all of the places where we use the level and make sure it's using the custom level if that's possible. Let's unequip this. This is level 22. Let's make it. Oh. We bound both those as levels, 33 and 32. That's fine. Let's make a level 33 scythe. Find. True. Okay, so that's working. Our new ID has custom level 33, crit chance, focus, and vitality. Excellent. I think that's all gonna work. Success. Let's hit play. This still says level 22, but I think that's because our tooltip is not working properly, and I do think that we actually did bind that properly. I think it's working. Let's hit escape. Let's go mess with our tooltip and get this working. Format weapon new. We need format weapon old. Format weapon buff stats. Format trinket. Consumable item. Weapon. Format weapon. Ooh boy. Don't worry. This is fine. Okay, we're getting the weapon level from here. All we need to do, we don't need this, and we don't need this. We need to do get custom level. This is greater than or equal to 0. Then we want this instead of the default one. Okay, that should work for like everything in here, I believe, because I think we're just setting that to be this, and it's working. Yeah, it's being used everywhere. I hope, anyway. It looks like it. Quality, quality. Okay, let's test it. See if we have a level 33 in Grimlock's Scythe. Grimlock's Bane. Level 22. Let's put a breakpoint in here. Maybe we're... Oh, you know what? I know why. Because that is a new weapon. Okay, let's use this on our iron sword. Unhook this. I'm pretty sure this is working. Iron sword. Wait, did it just... Is it just gone? Why is this like randomly not working? That gave us level 22 also. I think we're not getting the custom level. Did we have 3 of these before? Definitely not working. These are all 10. Okay, we're gonna use it. We're gonna use a 10 on our Rivari staff. I don't think it's working. No. Oh, but it's a staff. So, damn it, I keep reading this. The staff is a new item. And those don't work the same. We need to spawn another weapon in. Let's get a stick. Let's get a bendy stick. A bunch of those in. Let's make our bendy stick. Oh, damn it. Let's augment our bendy stick. Okay, now let's make our bendy stick a level 10. I think when it works, it's just getting rid of them. Okay, let's do it again, and this time we'll walk through the code and figure out what's going on. Oh, duh, I'm an idiot. Okay, we need to get the custom level, which is 10. No custom ID there. Oh, it's not showing custom ID there. I think Pearl is live. Wait, what? She is trying to go live, but she's running into issues. Anyway. Okay, so this should be working. This is showing level 10, which means our weapon. This is weird because we're doing this weapon, and we're getting a new custom ID. Oh, that's right. Hold on. Okay, good custom ID. and then we're setting the weapon to that new weapon, which is weird because like this is already doing that. I don't know why we're doing like this. We don't need to set it again here. Whatever. And we call on success. What is on success doing? I don't think we should be doing this or this. I think that's happening outside. I can't step into this because yeah, like it doesn't know what's calling it. I don't know what's calling that. But yeah, so we are calling on, no, we're calling enchant finish. Right here we're calling success, but I don't know where on success. Find references. Call on success. It must be, we must be listening to it in the binding UI maybe. There's no success here. There's nothing binding to it. Is that why we're just like not actually doing it? I wonder if I need to like delete the item and re-add it. Like if I need to remove this and then add this. Because I don't know what this is doing. I don't think this is doing anything. Let's just get rid of it. We're removing the item and then we're gonna add a new one. I wish I could add it in the same slot, but it's going to put it at the bottom of the list, which is going to be kind of annoying. I don't think there's any way to like update it though. There's a set inventory slot, but I don't think that's what I want. Set inventory type, set. I could like manually do it. Maybe. This looks like this might be what we want. From actor. What does that mean? Get inventory. Okay, so maybe I can just put the player character in there, actually. That'll probably work. Let's go look really quick, actually, before we test it. We have inventory actor on this. Nope. Our player component couldn't have it. Maybe our controller has it. Does player controller have an inventory component? It does not. Player component, chat component, NPC component, pickup component. How are we handling the player's inventory then? I guess we don't have an actor inventory. We could do like a is valid here, and then if it's not valid, we just like put it in the player inventory, which is here. We have a from actor here. We're setting the inventory as. Ugh. Clear inventory slot, set inventory slot, which is what we're doing here, which is not like, this is so frustrating because like this should be called like set actor inventory slot, and then we should have another one for like set player inventory slot. Swap split, swap spit. Don't get excited. I made it to the stream. What's up, Bloodhound? Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I don't know how long you've been here. Remove inventory item. I need to like update it. I guess I'm gonna have to. How are we doing? Hold on. How are we doing this for enhance? Duh. Enhance success. Remove catalyst from stack. Set catalyst. Update catalyst. So it's gotta be happening in here. Set inventory slot. We are doing set inventory slot, and owning player is the actor. What? We're gonna already have this. Oh, this is the... I feel like we already had this. Literally right up here. Interesting. Interesting, we're already doing that. It's also like really messy. Like we don't need to do all this. And then we're removing the catalyst, but I don't think we need to do that either because I think that's all happening out here. Remove amount from stack, that's the catalyst. Okay, so let's not do that because I bet you that's exactly why we were removing two of them before. Why was that not working, or why was that breaking? I don't know. Or we can just get rid of them there, I don't know. Get rid of it here, and let's get rid of it here. This one is the weapon. Okay, and this should just be updating the weapon with the new stuff here, which is, this is a silly way to do this, but I guess it's working. Truly don't think we need this. Like, I think this just works. You're good. I'm just enjoying the stream. Looks interesting. Thanks. Yeah, I'm doing some kind of more technical stuff right now, so it's a little boring, probably. Okay, so we have no stones left. Okay, so we're going to take this yeah, we're gonna take this level 33 weapon and bind it. And we have a level 33 stone. And then we're gonna apply this to a stick. No, we're not. Hold on. We are gonna apply it to a stick. Just level the stick up first. Now we're gonna apply it to a stick. Bind. Yes, we have a level 33 bendy stick. Does it do 33 damage? It says 43 to 50 damage. Let's see if it actually does that. I don't think it actually does. Yeah, it does. Oh, It's working. Ah, it's never boring to see you work, which is why I watch your streams. Well, thanks, Mateus. You too nice. It's never boring to have you watch my streams, which is why I stream. Oh my god, 80 damage with a stick is so good. Okay, now you can no longer judge a book by its cover. Like if you see a player running with a stick, that doesn't mean anything. That could be a level 35 stick. Okay, cool. We have some polish to do for sure. We have to make the icons. We need to clean up this text right here because it's definitely broken, but we'll get all of that working. But for now, let's go raid Pearl and let's play some Forgotten character. So I'll probably jump in with her in like 5 minutes after I raid her. So tell her not to die while I'm getting it. Oh, ad break's finishing now. Okay, good. Anyway, so yeah, tell her not to die while I go just check on the family and get another drink and everything. So make sure she's actually alive. It looks like she is. Excellent. Cool. All right, let's go raid her. Cool. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out today. I really appreciate it. It's really nice having people hang out and chatting and giving feedback and criticizing the way I do things. Just kidding. You guys don't do that. It's really helpful. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the gifted subs and the returning subs and the follows. And I will see you guys next time. I will see you Tuesday, I believe. I think Tuesday is gonna be fine. I don't remember. I think Tuesday is good. Should be a stream Tuesday. So let's get out of here. All right, see you guys over on Pearl stream. Bye.